Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to go over a review of the new Mizuno MP-20 Iron series. They released the MP-20 blade, the MMC, and the hot metal. Make sure you like and subscribe if you like our content, and let's go ahead and get on with it. Alright everyone, we're down here again at Battle Creek Golf Course. We're going to do a review of the new Mizuno MP-20 Irons today. I've got Trent Buckles with me. Say what's up, Trent.
What's up, guys?
How long you been playing golf, bud?
Well, since I was about 2 years old.
2 years old. And kind of what's your handicap? Tell us a little bit about your game.
Don't know what my handicap is. Game's kind of spotty here and there, but other than that, I'm pretty well decent.
Well, what do you shoot for 18 holes, you think, normally?
High 70s, low 80s.
We're going to hit some shots out here on the range, kind of get some thoughts on the feel, and then we'll go back inside and get some numbers on Trackman. All right, so here we go. We're going to go one by one. I'm going to start off with the MP-20, and I'm going to hand them here. So tell me what you think about that.
It's a beautiful iron. It's always on par with Mizuno's quality. I love the top line that it's thin, and yeah, I can't wait to hit them.
What's it look like offset wise? How much offset does it look like? Does it look like previous generations?
There's very little offset. It's kind of on par with the old MP-32s, if you guys know that previous club. And
then if you hold it up, hold the back up of it. Right, so if you look at it, it kind of looks like what, the MP-68s almost a little bit? Maybe the MP-37s, you think?
Yeah, I was gonna say more 32, but
more 32.
That's just my personal opinion.
Okay. All right, well, let's move on to the MMC. Now we're going to do the MP-20 MMC. Hand these to Trent. He's never seen these before, so what do you think about that?
It's a gorgeous club, like the blade version. I do like it a lot. The offset's a little bit less, or a little bit more than that, than the blade, but other than that, I do love them.
Hold the back up, let us see it there. So that kind of looks like, what would you say, kind of like the 58 maybe a little bit?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay, just a little updated.
Just a little updated version.
All right, now we're going to do the MP-20 HMB, the hot metal blade. So this is the one that I'm kind of really excited about. Go ahead and look it over while I explain it. This is it's made from the same material as the hot metal irons. It's a nice compact players club. It's supposed to fall kind of below the Hot Metal Pro. What do you think about it, Trent? How's that look?
It's not my favorite looking iron, but I do like it. It's a little chunky for my liking, but other than that, it is a Mizuno iron, so I'm sure it'll feel great when you hit them. It does look similar to the MP-20 blade, just a little bit thicker. It's probably more for the mid handicapper.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. The mid handicapper. It has the looks that a better player is going to want, but it has a lot of the forgiveness that the mid handicapper needs. So let's hit some shots and get some initial thoughts on these. So we're going to start off with the MP-20 blade here. Now that you've got it shafted up, how's it look, Trent? Before you hit that, what's it look like now that it's shafted up? Does it look, a lot like previous generations? What?
It still reminds me of that MP-32, which I love.
Okay.
That was one of my favorite Mizuno irons ever. Now,
yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. It looks a lot like that club. A little thin, picked it clean. How'd it feel for a blade on a miss hit?
On a miss hit for a blade, honestly, it didn't feel bad.
Okay.
You don't get that stingy feeling in your arms like you normally would.
Hit us another one here and tell me what you think here. Try to hit one solid. Tell us how that felt. Same thing, real good.
Just buttery.
Typical Mizuno blade feeling.
Just that typical Mizuno quality.
Okay.
It's just
try to flight one here.
All right.
Easy to flight it?
It's easy.
Okay. Try to hit like a cut or something here. See what happens, like a cut or a draw or
all right.
something special. Yeah.
Yes.
Real easy to work.
It's easy to work. It does what you want it to do.
Yeah. So you've mishit a couple of them, and does it feel like it's really forgiving when you mishit it, or does it really kind of let you know?
It depends on where you hit it. If you hit it, say, towards the toe, you're not going to feel it as bad. But if you hit it in a hill, it's going to let you know it's a blade.
So hit one last one here.
Alrighty.
Kind of try to hit a pure one here and see how it feels. That sounded pretty good. How'd that feel out of the middle of the face?
It's just that pure feeling you get from Mizuno, like butter.
Like butter?
Uh-huh.
Cool. All right, well, let's move on to the MMC. All right, so here we go with the MMC, right? That's the MP-20 MMC. How does it look compared to the blade now that you have it shafted up?
It looks almost identical to the blade, to be honest, guys.
So there's not much difference to the blade, maybe a little bit thicker?
Maybe a little thicker and maybe just a bit more offset, but other than that, not much.
Looks still a lot like the blade?
Yeah, it still does.
Cool, hit one and let us know what you think here.
Wasn't the best shot, but the miss hits, they are forgiving on these.
Cool. So do the same thing here, try to kind of flight one, then try to work one and tell me how workable it is. It's easy to knock it down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's hit like a draw or a fade here.
All right.
How'd that feel?
Felt great. And again, it's real easy to work. Might be a little bit easier to work than that blade was, in my opinion.
So is there anything that you don't like about these?
Honestly, no.
No?
I just love them because
Just love them?
it's hard to nitpick a Mizuno, guys.
That is true. A little thin there, huh?
A little thin, and that lets you know.
How'd that come off when you hit it thin? Come off a little lower?
Yeah, come off real low.
Real low?
It's not like that. It's not like your typical game improvement iron. It still lets you know it's a blade if you miss hit it. Now we're gonna try to hit one solid for you guys.
So it's basically a blade with just a little bit more perimeter weighting.
Yep.
All right, so hot metal blade, MP-20 HMB. Now that you got it shafted up, what do you think? How's it look?
Well, the top line is definitely thicker than the previous two. But other than that, again,
Doesn't look terrible, does it?
no, it looks actually quite appealing to my eye.
So miss that a little bit. How'd that feel?
And the miss hits are definitely more forgiving with this one.
A lot more forgiving,
A lot
huh?
more, yes.
Okay, hit another one here. How did it feel on the miss hit?
It felt pretty good on the miss hit.
You could kind of tell where it came off though?
Mm-hmm, towards the toe.
Towards the toe, so you could feel where it came off.
You could feel it, but it didn't give you that stinging feeling in your elbows that you're gonna die.
Okay. There we go, that sounded pretty pure.
It was, and it felt,
What's the ball flight like on that? Is it high, is it mid?
for me, the ball flight's a little bit high
Okay.
on them, but that's just because I kind of have a high swing speed.
So how is the ball flight compared to the MMC and the MP-20 blade?
I would say the blade's a little bit of a lower ball flight because it's more that player's iron.
Mm-hmm.
And the MC is kind of somewhere in the middle.
More similar to the blade though?
More similar to the blade though. And this one's a little bit higher, but some
It
people
still
might,
goes, right? It doesn't seem like it wants to balloon?
No, it doesn't seem like it wants to just balloon in the air. Let's see if I can hit one pure. And
It's a good shot. All right, try to flight one down here for us, Trent.
okay. And again, guys, the workability is definitely there with this one. So
you don't sacrifice any workability for the forgiveness, right?
no, you don't.
Came off lower.
A little bit lower. And again, those pure shots just feel like you're hitting a straight up blade.
Hit us one more here, Trent.
Alrighty.
That sounded crispy.
It was.
All right, so let's go over some thoughts here with the MP-20, the SEL Special Edition Lefty right there. All right, here we go. First swings. What do we think here? It's pretty good right there.
Pretty solid.
1-3-4 smash.
Felt great.
Pretty much out of the middle right there.
Little thin.
Yeah, but still.
Still
Pretty
just
good.
about the same distance.
Yep. Hit a couple more here. What do you think? How's it feel compared to, like, say, another lefty blade that you've played in the past?
So I played the Cobra Forge Lefty Blade, the first editions. These are a lot softer. They just feel better. Even when I missed these so far, they feel great.
Yeah, the thing I'm noticing is look at those. You haven't quite caught one solid yet, but look at your grouping here. Check that out.
Yeah, everything's on the same line basically coming across.
Yep, exactly.
All right, so that was what felt like a pretty brutal toe ball.
Really bad miss hit,
About missed the grooves there.
but still right on line. There we go.
Pretty solid shot there.
Yeah, I mean, when you hit it solid and kind of in the same spot of the face, they all go
Just about the same distance,
same distance.
which is, I mean, if you're playing blades, that's what you're looking for.
Yep.
It's kind of a different kind of feeling of soft. So these are still very soft by comparison, but it's that solid, not dampened feeling. I feel mishits more with these.
The PXGs, they're soft, but it's like a different kind of soft, right? So these, they're soft, but they're like a solid soft, if that kind of makes sense at all.
Yeah, I can really feel the difference in this year's MP-20s, even versus some of the hot metals and stuff like that. They might be onto something here with the layers of feel that they have this year.
Mm-hmm. The copper. The copper was a big thing. You know, they did some testing with some tour pros, and pretty much every tour pro said that they could feel the difference, that they felt softer having the extra copper layer underneath the chrome. So take it what you will. That's kind of what they got from their tour testing, and that's kind of what you're feeling. Is it definitely feels softer than previous generations?
Yeah, definitely on mishits, it would be a lot harsher traditionally.
Yeah.
It would be just much harsher on a mishit, especially if you get thin or off the toe like I do.
Yeah. All right, well, now I'm going to hit the MP-20 blade, the MMC, and the hot metal blade with Trackman numbers, so let's get on with that. The MP-20 blade is made of mild carbon steel. It has a soft copper underlay, and it's coated with nickel, then it's coated with chrome. That's why it feels so good. Mizuno claims that they tested 6 out of 6 tour pros, and they all said that they felt the difference between last year's model and this year's model with the copper underlay. They all said it was a lot softer. This is designed with a thinner top line than the MP-18. It also has varying sweet spots due to the design. I won't go into it, it'll just make the video too long, but the longer irons have a sweet spot lower to help get the ball up in the air. The mid irons have it kind of higher in the face, and the short irons have it higher in the face to kind of lower your ball flight and give you a more flighted trajectory with it. All right, first shot with the MP-20 blade here. How's that, little right?
A little right. Did you feel like you
Feels
caught that one in the
really-
center of the face?
Man, I missed it a little bit, probably a little bit low. Still feels really good though. hit that thin, and that didn't feel bad at all.
That's the one thing I noticed on the ones I hit thin. It was not just that like terrible vibration in your hands whenever you hit a blade thin.
Yeah, I know, right? It still feels really good. That was off the toe. Let's see what that felt like. Yeah, that was pretty good. I peered that. That felt really pure. All right, so thoughts on the MP-20 blade here. It's really soft, like really, really, really soft. I think they're onto something with the copper under the chrome. I just can't get over how soft it is, even on miss hits. You know, I caught a couple high on the face, caught a couple low, caught a couple out on the toe, and some blades, like I was saying, you miss hit it and you can feel it all over your arms and your body. This isn't that, you know. I hit one pretty bad out on the toe, and it still felt really soft. So, you know, I think this is going to be a really good blade this year for sure. It's just really soft. I can't say that enough. This is the Mizuno MP-20 MMC. It's designed to fall in between the blade and the hot metal. So this is for your player that wants a more forgiving long iron and a more workable short iron. It has a titanium plate in the back. It's got tungsten weights in it to help improve perimeter weighting. All right, the long irons, the 4 through 7 iron, have a 12-gram sole weight, and the 8 through pitching wedge have a 10.5-gram sole weight. All right, these are grain flow forged with the same copper underlay that the MP-20 blade has, and they're forged out of the same copper, the same soft carbon steel that the MP-20 blade is, and that they've been using in the same previous generations, you know, the grain flow forging. All right, first shot with the MP-20 MMC. That was solid. So this is spinning a little bit less, huh? See,
Yeah.
like, I think these feel nothing like last year's model, in my personal opinion. Pretty solid. Pulled it a little. Yeah, a little low hook. Let's hit another one here. Pretty solid.
Nice high draw.
Yep. Let's hit one more here. We'll kind of go into some thoughts. Yeah, I thinned that pretty bad. All right, this is the MP-20 HMB. It's a hollow body design. The 2 through 8 iron are the whole iron head is hollow. The 9 in the pitching wedge, just this section is hollow right here. The 2 through 7 iron has 12-gram tungsten weights on the perimeter to help add forgiveness on off-center hits. All right, we're gonna hit the MP-20 HMB, the hot metal blade. So first impressions looking down at it, it looks really similar to the MMC. A little bit of offset, a little bit of thicker top line, but it's not bad, you know. It's not like a G series or like an M6 or something like that. Still looks really good. Let's hit one here and see kind of what it feels like. I hit that real solid. Yeah, it was right down the line. Right down the line. Let's hit one more. Try to miss hit one and see what it feels like here. Yeah, it was thin.
A little thin.
Yep. It was real thin. I almost missed it. But still, this is a little bit more jarring in the hands when you miss it thin, but it's not terrible. It doesn't feel bad.
You think that's because it's a hollow club, or?
probably. Most of your hollow clubs, I think most of your hollow clubs are going to lack in the feel department compared to a more solid club, a one-piece club. Missed that a little bit. Solid. All right, so my thoughts on these are they're definitely not as soft as the MP-20, the MMC, and the MP-20 blade. They still feel really good, especially on off-center hits. You can tell it a little bit more. These kind of reverberate a little bit more through the club than the MP-20, the MMC, and the blade, but they still don't feel terrible. What I like is the forgiveness on the off-center hits. I could probably play these in like a 3 and a 4 iron, and then I would play the MMC the rest of the way through the set. I do like the way this looks. It looks really good looking down at it. It doesn't have a whole lot of offset, and it's just a really clean looking iron. Me personally, I would probably play the MMC out of all of them. All right, and that's it for this review of the Mizuno MP-20 Iron series coming out. If you like what we're bringing you, make sure you like and subscribe. If you want to go ahead and get fitted for these, or you want to purchase a set, all our contact information will be below. Once again, make sure you like and subscribe, and thanks for tuning in.